Around the Table on Harrison's original KHOZ.
Welcome to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. It's a Tuesday here.
Taco Tuesday.
In the show, and we're going to kick it off with some music. Do you want to do some music first?
We don't do music, Dan.
Oh.
Would you like for me to sing?
Well, I thought I'd throw some music in.
Go ahead. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you come. Oh, gosh. No, not that. Not live. Please, not live. I'm going to kill him.
Oh, how was your day yesterday?
Lots going on.
Now you got
busy.
You took your car in to get it fixed.
I did. My dear illustrious co-host was kind enough to take me out to the airport to get a car.
Well, when your co-host says you're taking me to the to the Enterprise to get a car, now
you do it, don't you?
Oh, absolutely.
You jump. I gave you a week's notice.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm very. People probably get tired of that, but I probably overkill with the making sure things are working out with whoever it involves and that kind of thing. Right. But I just try to be respectful.
You know,
of that.
You did ask me last week, and I totally forgot about it.
See how you are.
Well, yeah, that's the way it goes.
I will say,
but I like your new car.
Well,
it's a dumbed down version of what you had.
Yeah, it's not a Cadillac. That's all
no,
I'm going to tell you.
It's just one of those.
It's a brand new car. It only has 800 and something miles on it, but it's a more basic Nissan, which it's not a bad car. I just prefer.
I like the bucket seats.
Yeah, I like bucket seats.
2 5-gallon buckets to sit on.
I do want to say when you go out to Enterprise here, I'm sure they don't. I don't know how many cars they rent. Really?
Is it more than Enterprise, or do they have two different ones out there?
Enterprise and Hertz are both at the airport.
Yes, I thought so. Yeah, that's kind of unusual for a small town like this.
It is. And the guy said, well, I was supposed to rent this out to somebody, which if he had done that and you'd seen what was on the lot, I'd have really been probably griping right now because of what I was having to drive. But at least he gave me a nice car. He knew.
Well, it's nice that you...
Nicer.
At least you got insurance. You got hit from behind, so your car's being fixed right now. Right. So it's nice that you have the insurance that will allow you to have a car.
Yes, and I'm very appreciative that it wasn't worse than it was. You know, that I'll get my car back and all that, and that I'm able to keep functioning.
Okay.
Except for yesterday when I was going to have to walk to Enterprise if somebody didn't take me.
Well, I threatened to drop her off at a couple places.
Yeah.
Are you okay with me dropping you off here?
Just walk. Walk in.
You need to walk.
You saw what I had to transport to my car.
You had a box, you had a satchel, you had and then when we got there I had to help this lady pull out this huge, I don't even know what it was.
I don't know what it was, like a big chair.
It was a beanbag thing, but it was had arms on it.
I'm not really sure that if they were putting that in the airport lobby, but I'm thinking I'm not sitting on that.
Yeah. And the thing of it was, this lady was like 4'2", and she weighed like 76 pounds, and she was pulling this huge thing out, and I watched her for a while, and I thought maybe I should help.
You did, but you waited till she got it out of the vehicle.
Well, the thing that I didn't know how big it was until she started pulling it out. I go, that thing's bigger than her.
Yeah. Oh me, people. What is today's Tuesday?
Tuesday, yes.
Okay. All right. We're early in the week for sure.
Early in the week, yeah. We got tomorrow, and then we got the next day, and then we got the next day. And you're not taking off this week.
I am not taking.
You're not.
I have no plans to.
Well, you're not.
My granddaughter's here, and I'm not even taking off.
Well, we're picking up Sydney, my daughter.
Oh, that's right.
This afternoon, and we're all excited.
I'm sure you are.
Yes. So we got the week planned. So I won't be here the rest of the week.
Wrong.
I'll be here in the mornings. But we've got things planned to do during the week.
I think
this is our summer break.
But you're not breaking.
I know. I still have to work, but I'm still breaking in the afternoon.
Well, I'm glad you're doing that. I'm glad you're taking some time for yourself.
I'm gonna have fun with her and
for y'all.
and her boyfriend Avon.
So
her
Avon's
fiance.
coming as well.
Yeah, he's coming. Yeah.
Of course he is.
He loves it here.
He
loves.
They'll get married?
Yeah. Oh, they've been with each other since high school.
So they probably know a lot about him. I mean, they probably know whether
Yeah.
this is a
well, and they've got it all
relationship.
planned. They're not going to get married until their careers are in place and
Smart
all that
kids.
stuff. Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad. I
So-
bet you'll have a good time for sure.
And they want to move here.
Well, that'll be
Yeah,
nice.
they want to move here.
I'm
so.
sure that would tickle Kelly too. Good grief.
Oh,
her
absolutely,
daughter.
absolutely. Yeah, that's good for her.
So you want to tell people about our special guest today?
Yeah, we're going to. We invited. Well, let's see. Let me go back a few months ago.
Back up.
Charita Bashiers, who was the lead salesperson here at KHOZ, retired.
She did.
She'd been here for how many? 30 years, I think.
Yeah,
long
something like
time.
that, long time.
And she retired, and we were going through our cavalcade of guest people or ideas of getting guests in the show, and for some reason I came across her name, and I go, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how she's doing. So she's going to be here in the a little bit before the bottom of the hour, and we're going to find out. We're going to grill her. We're going to find out
What she's doing.
and see if she's been grilling while she's been.
She wanted to chill, and I think she
Yeah.
wanted to spend time with family, and so
Yeah,
I
we'll
hope
see
she's
how that
getting
goes.
to do all that.
Well,
Sure.
we're going to see if her some of her lists have been checked off. If she's
Yeah.
completed any lists.
She's not had a lot of time to check off. Maybe we'll
I don't
find
know.
out. We'll find out. We don't know.
I don't know. We're going to
We
find out all
don't
about that.
No.
But first, I guess most important thing in our area is it's always the weather.
You betcha. You
Weather-
want me to talk? Oh.
Yeah, I can do it. You go ahead. It's mostly sunny with a high near 91. Heat index up to 97 today. It's going to be nice to
It's
get
gonna
in
be
the pool.
hot. Yeah. Well, I don't have a pool.
How's your pool?
My husband won't put one in, so it's fine. He
Okay.
said no. He's had enough of that.
Why don't you go to the dollar store and get you one of those little waders? Take it out, fill it up, let it sit for a day or two, nice warm water, and just get in it and kick back. There's your pool.
Did we? No. I have a pond. My son went in that
Yeah,
pond.
you told me about
I was
that
like,
yesterday.
Dadgum, it's gross, people. I wouldn't be in that. But
Yeah.
anyway, I'm not doing that.
Increasing cloudiness tonight with a low around 71. Wednesday, chance of rain and thunderstorms before 1 p.m. Then showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm after that till 4 in the afternoon. Showers and thunderstorms likely in the evening. High 87, 25 miles per hour winds, and then a 60% chance of rain on Wednesday. New rainfall amounts between a quarter and a half of an inch. Wednesday night, low 67. And showers continued with a 60% chance of rain. I think we're going to get some rain out of that.
Well, Wednesday looks like the only day, too, that might
Yeah.
possibly bring us rain at this point.
All right.
Do you want me to go ahead? Mm-hmm. Okay, then Thursday, sunny with a high of 87, and Thursday night, pleasant with a low of 68. Friday is sunny, high 91. Saturday's in the low 90s as well, and Sunday for your high. And then for the evening hours on Thursday through Monday, we're in the 60s, low 70s. So pleasant weather after our rain chances on Wednesday as of this moment. We all know how that can change.
It's all going to change.
Yes, it will.
We live in the Ozarks. The rain will change mainly on your
The
brain.
rain on the plane.
On the plane. Okay. Topic to ponder this week is all about your health and what you think about your health. So let's get started with our topic to ponder.
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder this topic.
Okay. When you feel sick or tired, do you try to fix or ignore it? My response is I don't know exactly. I don't ignore it.
Right.
I mean, I can't ignore it. If I'm sick, I'm sick. But I
Right.
don't know if you mean, do you go to the doctor? Do you try to
don't
treat
know.
it? My thought is I will try probably to have something that will relieve whatever it is, symptoms, but I don't necessarily go to the doctor.
I generally ignore it if I'm feeling sick or tired.
You just ignore.
I just think it's
how do you ignore it?
Well, I mean, you think, oh, this is just a phase.
Okay, well,
just not
I'll
feeling
agree
good.
with that.
Yeah, I just go on.
But you're not ignoring it; you're acknowledging it.
If it gets worse,
Then
I'm gonna fix it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. I don't know what our response is. We have 3 here. Ignored if I have to work. A nap. Oh,
Take
Jenny,
a nap.
Jenny, a nap.
That'll
good.
solve everything.
That will feel better. Hillary said used to. Now, if I'm tired, I rest. If I'm sick, I'm sick.
There you go.
Well, Hillary, we're all sick. We're sick. I agree with you 100%.
We've got it up on our Facebook page. The topic to ponder question today is: when you feel sick or tired, do you try to fix it or ignore it? Okay.
Okay, we want to know your thoughts. Go to our Facebook page.
All right.
Now.
That means now.
Now, please.
Here we go. Okay, we got some history today, so let's get right to it.
We're doomed to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
A security guard at the Watergate complex, which houses the Democratic National Committee, noticed tampering with locks last night and called the police and Democratic Party officials. The police found 5 men crouched behind desks.
53 years ago, we first learned about the crime that would give the Watergate scandal its name and eventually lead to the resignation of President Nixon. It had occurred the night before. CBS News correspondent George Herman reported.
Okay, I remember that, and this was the first time that I really got interested in watching live coverage because this went on. At court proceedings during this whole time, witnesses and the whole thing. I was just glued.
See,
to
I didn't watch it. I was a little bit younger than you, so I didn't really watch, but I knew all about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Simpson is a fugitive of justice right now.
This was 31 years ago. O.J. Simpson was formally charged with the murder 5 nights before of his ex-wife Nicole and her friend Ron Goldman. After being charged, Simpson was supposed to surrender. He never showed up, and District Attorney Gil Garcetti broadcast this statement. And we have another one on the same topic.
911, what are you reporting?
This is AC. I have OJ in the car.
Okay, where are you?
Please, I'm coming up the 5 freeway.
Okay.
Right now, we are okay, but you got to tell the police to just back off. He's still alive, but he got a gun to his head.
This was also the same as Dan mentioned. OJ was formally charged with the murder of 5 nights before of his ex-wife Nicole and her friend Ron Goldman. After being charged, Simpson was supposed to surrender, but he never showed up. Hours later, the world watched as Simpson, with friend Al Cowlings at the wheel, led police on a slow-speed chase in Los Angeles area freeways. Cowlings spoke to police on a cellular phone. I watched that.
Yeah.
Did you not watch that thing going up and down the highway?
Yeah, people were cheering for OJ, and they had signs, "Go, OJ, go, go, go."
You know what? Whatever, people.
Oh my gosh. We're
for the underdog here.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
The guilty one.
Yeah.
There are piles of mugshots on the floor, some of children who look about 9 years old. In the basement, there are bed frames with belts on them, and scattered nearby, brass knuckles, clubs, a saw, a wooden bat labeled mouth shutter in Serb.
This was 26 years ago. Back in 1999, British forces in Kosovo uncovered a torture chamber the Serbs used on ethnic Albanians. CBS News correspondent Kimberly Dozier was there.
The explosion and fire aboard the Deepwater Horizon and the resulting oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico never should have happened. And I'm deeply sorry that it did.
15 years ago, BP chief executive Tony Hayward told a congressional hearing he was deeply sorry for the Deepwater Horizon oil spill, but infuriated lawmakers as the disclaimed knowledge of the problems leading up to the disaster.
Yeah. These people were in church. They were in church, and they violated the sanctity of that.
This was in 2015, 10 years ago. 9 people were shot dead in a hate crime at a historic black church in Charleston, South Carolina. People there were stunned. Dylan Roof, a white supremacist, was captured the following day. He would be convicted on state and federal murder and hate crime charges and sentenced to death.
What this means for the American public is that we're likely done with the challenges to Obamacare, that it will be the operative law, and it's one less thing that the Biden administration has to defend before the Supreme Court.
This was 4 years ago. That'd be 2021. The Supreme Court, in a 7-2 ruling, left intact the entire Affordable Care Act, rejecting the latest major Republican-led effort to kill the national health care law known as Obamacare. Loyola law professor and former federal prosecutor Laurie Levinson discussed the significance of that ruling.
Okay.
I have a long level of experience at something called the government of the United States. I have a long period of experience at national defense and national security.
This is a birthday cut. Former House Speaker Newt Gingrich was born on this day, June 17th, 1943. He is 82 today.
Okay.
He also ran for president in 2012. I always liked him. He was quippy.
Mm-hmm. Singer.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Singer Barry Manilow was born this day in 1943. He's 82. I Write the Songs was one of his hits, and some say, sources say he was born 1946. We believe it was 1943. Who cares? He's old.
Oh, let's see.
Who just threw a milk carton at the blackboard? Was it you, Liam?
Birthday cut comedian Will Forte was born on this day in 1970. He is 55 today. He was a Saturday Night Live cast member from the years 2002 to 2010. Forte is famous for his roles as McGruber and Mr. Dillon in the Gilly sketches.
I really do try to do whatever it takes to get the win on my side, and I did that today.
American tennis player Venus Williams was born this day in 1980. She is 45. She is the first African-American woman to rank #1 in the world.
Yeah. Is she? I wonder if she's still playing. I
don't know. I don't hear anything about her.
Yeah, she's 45. That's
probably
in tennis. That's kind of old, isn't it? Yeah. And our last birthday cut is rapper Kendrick Lamar. He was born in 1987. He's 38 today. He received the 2018 Pulitzer Prize in Music for his album Damn.
You said damn.
I said damn. All right.
I
Up next, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to find out what Charita Bashiers has been doing. Fanfare, drum roll, trumpets blowing, and the whole thing. We'll find out all about what she's doing in just a few minutes. Stick around and stay with us. You're listening and watching Around the Table with Dan and Ann. Stay with us. And welcome back to Around the Table. We don't have a drum roll or fanfare or anything, but you deserve it.
Well, thank you. Thanks, Ann. That'll work.
Charita Bashiers is in the studio. Hey.
Hey.
You look refreshed.
Oh, thank you. It is kind of refreshing.
Yeah.
No obligation when you walk in here
I
except to
know.
be here, visit.
And talk. I know. It's great.
For people that don't know, we couldn't figure out how long was it 30 years that you
20.
20,
It was 20
years at KHOZ, and you were the lead salesperson here. And I'm sure you could tell us a long tale of things, experiences and whatever. But you retired.
I did.
And how's it been the last couple 3 months?
It's really been great. It's been good. I tell you that you guys posted your topic to ponder this morning, which was perfect for today, because what you find when you retire, and I had a hard time letting go. So as you guys probably know, maybe, but it was hard to let go because I'd been here so long.
Oh,
I feel some sort of obligation or responsibility to the people I've been working with for so long, my clients and everything. It's hard to let go.
You have to cut.
Yes.
It's a hard cut.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's very hard. But what I found when I retired is the biggest thing is that your time is your time. Like you have your own time. When you're working, your time is very scheduled. And when you can do things is very scheduled. But when you retire, you just have a freedom of time, which is really an important
You've
thing.
loved that part for sure?
I loved that part for sure. So like you asked if you're not feeling well or, you know, do you just push through it? Or, you know, if you're tired, do you just stop? And when you're retired, you can. Because when you're working, a lot of times, honestly, if I didn't feel well or
you just kept going,
you just had to go.
Yeah.
You just go and
Now I would just stay home and milk it if I could.
That's right. That's what you do. You just lay around it. No, but you can. You can say, hey, I just don't feel like doing that, and you just don't. You don't have to.
Yeah.
So that's a really cool thing, and then also getting to do more traveling. And what's cool with that is that we don't have to limit it to weekend traveling.
Sure.
When it's the busiest, right? So we can go during the week when you don't deal with as much crowds.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with crowds, and you can do the events if you want. Yeah.
Do you have grandkids and that kind of thing, or do you have kids though?
I do have kids. Yes. Yeah. I have a daughter who's in West Memphis, and she's a teacher. And by the way, plug for her, she got a recognition as the Teacher of the Year.
Oh.
Yeah, what is her name?
Her name is Sarah.
Sarah, well, congratulations.
So she's Teacher of the Year. We were so proud of her. But she got, for Christmas, she got me tickets to go see Hamilton. For us together.
Yeah.
Yes. So we went to the Orpheum Theater in Memphis, downtown, beautiful, just what you would imagine. And that show was so good. So I flew down there for a week, and we did all kinds of things. But we got to go to the show, and I'm telling you, it was so good. And it's funnier. I don't know if you've seen it, Ann, but it's funnier than I thought it was going to be. It has a lot of humor.
There's a lot of humor.
There's a lot of humor. If you're listening and paying attention, there's a lot of humor in that show. But anyway, so I could do that. Just hop on a plane and hop down there and do those kind of things. And then we also we went to Hot Springs for a week, and
look at
did a little betting on the ponies.
Oh my gosh!
A little betting on the ponies. Let me say a little. I'm not a big gambler, but it's fun. But it's fun to watch.
You bet.
You know, for me, if I ever retired, I have a big long list of things that need to be done around the house and things that other people want me to do.
Right.
Do you have that list?
Yeah. I think we all kind of have that list.
Is it getting longer or shorter?
I don't know if it ever gets shorter. If you have any kind of imagination,
you probably just
that list never gets shorter. But that is one thing that kind of, you're worried about, am I going to be bored or, because I'm not doing this regular routine. But there's really not time, which sounds odd, but you don't have a lot of time to be bored because there is a lot of things, like you said, Dan, a lot of things you want to do, you just don't have time or the energy to devote to doing those things. And now you have that kind of time. So it's nice.
So are you a crafty person?
It's nice.
You know, that kind of thing?
I'm a little bit crafty. Yeah.
We've heard she's crafty.
I'm a little bit crafty. A little bit crafty. I haven't gotten into a lot of little crafty things, but a little bit,
Yeah.
So,
curious.
Is there anything on do you have a bucket list? Or are you somebody that has a kind of a bucket list?
I don't really.
Okay.
No.
You just you just do things
Yes.
When they come up, huh?
As we want to. And
Do you,
I don't
do
really
you
have
feel
a big
like
bucket
every
list.
day is a Saturday now?
That's the thing. It doesn't have to be Saturday
It doesn't have
anymore.
to be Saturday. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it is. Really.
Do you ever wake up and don't remember what day it is?
Yes.
I mean,
You
that's
do.
what I think.
That's
Could
when you know that
possibly,
you're
yeah,
in
that
the
you're retired.
perfect place.
Because it doesn't matter anymore really
Right,
so much.
right.
So, yeah, you do. You
Yeah.
think, like,
Kudos
is
to
this
you.
Wednesday or Thursday?
Yeah.
Cool.
So, figure that out. But,
So,
wow.
so what kind of advice would you give somebody that's thinking about retiring?
Okay.
Should they keep working to the very end, or should they cut it off at some point in
yeah,
time?
I think that's really individual. That's a really
Yeah.
individual decision for people because, like in my situation, I just wanted to keep working. Like I said, it was hard. It was
Yeah.
hard to let go, but it was great once I did. So I think that's really individual because I think if you retire before you're ready, and I was ready then,
Yeah, mhm.
then you're going to struggle. I think you'll
Oh, okay,
struggle.
yeah.
I think you'll have a hard time. So I think it's a really individual
Mhm.
decision that you have to make about when you're ready, and I think you'll know. I mean,
You
know,
knew it was time to
I
get
knew
out.
it was time, and maybe 6 months ago I didn't.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, but that's just something everybody has to determine. I will say make sure you're retiring with someone you like.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
that would
you're
be
going
a
to be
big
with them a
plus.
lot.
And
Yeah, a lot more.
Your husband's retired? Is that
He is.
Okay.
He's been retired for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
y'all do you get sick of each other at home?
No.
Good.
We don't. I mean, that's the thing, though. You got to have a good partner and
That's
someone
good.
You have to have
enjoy.
that set up before.
Absolutely.
Before you retire, it's got to be a thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I did have a friend from a while back, and she said when her parents retired, they ended up separating.
Yeah,
because
sad.
Oh,
There's
okay.
nothing
there was
except
nothing holding them together.
Yeah.
There was, the kids were gone, and they just didn't have those connections.
And I think that may happen a lot, actually.
I wonder,
in
yeah.
life sometimes.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But anyway, that's the kind of the downside. But you have to just make sure you're, going to be with someone
Yeah.
you enjoy spending time with. But
Have you thought of maybe doing a job like part time or something like that, or
I have kind of
volunteering or
yeah,
something?
Yeah. So I've been thinking about both of those
Yeah.
options. Maybe I just don't want to get into something that's, even if I did something part time, I don't want it to be like a Monday through Friday, noon to 3.
Yeah.
I don't want that kind of structure anymore.
So you don't want to
know.
come like fill in as co-host here?
Yeah, well, that would be a short term thing. So
Yeah, it'd be short term.
There you go. There's a idea.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So on a short term, yeah.
On a
But-
short term,
Yeah.
certainly.
Yeah, but I have thought about and definitely thought about volunteering. So I've been thinking about some
That's
things I
good.
could do because I was an ambassador with the chamber for
Sure.
Oh,
20
absolutely.
years.
Yeah.
So, out and about in the community and helping and stuff. So, I mean, I think I would like to do some more of
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Well, I'm sure people would love to see your face.
Well, maybe. I would like to see people's faces.
You hope that's the legacy
I
you
hope
left
so.
in the world.
I do miss the people.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
bet you
big
do,
thing.
yeah.
You miss the people that you're with
Sure.
on a daily basis. Now you're not. And my clients too, because I was going out and seeing and talking to them all the time. And, that kind of goes away. And another thing is that you kind of have to work at friendships because you're not organically
okay.
seeing people
Sure.
Yeah.
anymore. So you have to work at it. So you have to be more present and aware. And you have to
Proactive,
stay
yeah.
in touch.
Proactive,
Yeah,
yeah.
more proactive in maintaining those friendships because it's just not going to happen. You're just not
Yeah.
seeing them all the time like
Yeah.
perhaps you were before.
Is that good or bad?
It depends on the person.
That depends on the person. So some of the people you don't want to be friends with anymore, right?
No, actually, no. It's not great. No, that's kind of a little bit of a downside. You
Well,
really,
it would be kind of hard,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
You
and
might feel a little isolated in
yeah,
that.
yeah, you can. So you have to kind of work at that piece of it.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to end up. I don't think you want to end up as a hermit. And,
Yeah.
Well, we haven't seen your face since you retired.
Yeah.
Well, I have been here, but not this early. So
Oh, there you go.
See,
Well,
I don't have to
blame you.
get
I don't
up.
blame you. I don't blame you one bit.
We're talking with Charita Bashiers, and she's retired from KHOZ and been out for 3 months, maybe.
Maybe end of
Oh,
January.
whoa, wow.
January 31st.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So.
Just living her life.
Yeah, she's
Yes.
living her life,
Having a
living
great
at
time.
large.
Yeah.
Large, having a good time.
Yeah. Well, it's so good to see you,
You guys too.
and it's good to
We
see
got
you
you out.
smiling instead of being depressed. I wish
stop.
I just hate being retired. And
Yeah, it sucks. No,
I-
it does
I-
not.
No, I don't think it sucks.
It does not.
I think Ann's envious.
I am a little envious. I'm
Well,
ready.
One of these days,
Yeah.
y'all can join me and
Okay. Well,
and
if you
we'll
decide
go to brunch together.
if you
So
got
I have to get up early.
plenty of time, want to throw a party, you can invite us and we'll come over.
All right.
Just make sure that there's plenty of food and drinks. That's all we care about.
There you go.
Thank you so much for coming
Thanks
in.
for having me.
I
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
I may have you come back sometime.
Yeah.
If you're
Give me a call. Sure.
Yeah. if you're
Anytime.
doing something big or decide to jump out of a plane, we want to know all about it.
All right. I'll let you guys know.
All right. We're going to take another break, guys, and when we come back, we'll have more antics from Dan and Ann. Stay with us. And welcome back. Hey.
Hey.
That was a good interview. She's happy, and you can tell.
Well, what's your name? Not William. Dan said, I started to call you Robert too. Dan said she's got a little pep in her step.
Yeah, she
walked
does.
out
Yeah.
here. That makes us smile.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because she has had to go to the restroom. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe. Yeah.
Oh, dear Dan.
Okay.
Dan. Do you want to do this first one or you want me to?
Sure, I'll do it. I don't care. We've got a story here. It's called Ozempic Penis is Not Really a Thing.
So there you go. Story's done.
I haven't read. Okay, that's the end of the story. I haven't read this, but it says no taking Ozempic doesn't make your bigger. Was there reports on that?
I have not read that.
You know how social media, TikTok, they say, "Oh, if you do Ozempic, it'll
it will
do whatever."
Whatever.
It's all an optical illusion, folks. Patients on Reddit. Here's Reddit, reporting the positive side effects, claiming they've gained inches down there after losing weight everywhere else. But doctors have an easy explanation. The rest of you is similar, so that it just looks bigger, especially if you happen to have lost a lot of fat around your bladder area.
Well, there you go. So no, guys.
It's all proportional.
Sorry. It is not true. Darn it. Okay. The latest hoity-toity bathroom trend is arranging fresh flowers in your toilet tank.
Oh.
Have you ever been to a toilet tank?
In the tank.
I guess they take the lid off and not
the tank.
The bowl.
Well, why would you do that?
Here. Excuse me, people. Like a big vase or something in there, you're supposed to leave the tank's lid off. Maybe you can use it as a cheese platter.
Use it as a what?
Cheese platter.
A cheese platter
for your lid.
the bowl, the lid for a cheese platter. Okay, all right.
Anyway, you're supposed to leave it off, and then the flowers stick up out of the water. Some people are also putting loose petals in the tank, so when you flush, urine for a surprise. What? It's already backfiring, though, with some guests mistakenly thinking they left something behind, or even worse, the flower clog up your plumbing.
Well, if whatever's in the tank when you flush, that water goes into the bowl.
Right.
So if you put petals in there,
it's going to go into the bowl.
It's going to go into the bowl.
And then eventually it's got to go down your pipes, and hopefully it could. I would think where that could clog your pipes.
I was going to say plumbers probably would not authorize this. Yeah.
Maybe fake flowers. If that's something that strikes you as something you want to do, put some fake flowers in there and just don't even flush. They're not going to go down. If you put them in a vase, you're not going to flush the vase.
I think the whole idea is a little silly to begin with.
I would agree with you there.
Because you leave the bowl open. I mean, not the bowl, but the tank.
Yeah, that's a dumb,
it's a toilet. Come
trending. On. That's odd.
I think it'd be nice if toilets would just disappear when you finish using them. Like they go into the wall or something. Would that be cool?
Floor and come back up
yeah.
Like one of those beds.
Yeah, like a 007 toilet where they hide when you punch a button.
Yeah. But what if you went in there? You're going to have an automatic thing because you go in there in the middle of the night, stumbling, and then there's no toilet.
And then you
just
start
pee in the floor.
You sit down and you fall on the floor.
Yeah, it would be awful.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was a dumb one.
Science has finally settled the toilet paper debate. We've got some toilet humor today, don't we?
We do.
250 years after toilet paper was invented, a microbiologist in England says he finally settled whether it's best to hang the toilet roll with the paper falling over the top or under and from behind, even though the patent intended it to roll forward. He says rolling it from the back is more hygienic. It's a more hygienic option since you only need one hand to tear off a square.
I don't understand.
If you roll it over the top, you got to hold it and tear it. If you're pulling it from underneath, you
don't have to do that. I got you.
I think you can tear. I don't know. It's
it's
they never tear
one,
right
anyway.
Of
another.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see. I've lost my place. But not everybody is convinced. For instance, if you need a lot of it fast. You can't just spin it freely like the big wheel on The Price is Right.
How many pieces of toilet paper do you use, Dan? How many squares? Really?
No.
Oh. I'm 4 square.
Okay. You count them?
No, I just kind of know.
Oh, okay. You just okay.
I'm a 4 square. Not that people want to know that, but that tends to
well,
be.
You just
that's
told
my
people.
starting point.
That's your starting point.
4 squares.
Depends.
Depends.
Yes.
Oh, I'm done talking about toilets. Really.
I'm trying to come back with something intelligent.
It's not happening.
We're in the toilet here, so
literally, thousands of Spaniards in Barcelona have been protesting mass tourism.
I like this idea, though.
Well, take a vacation in Spain, and some angry locals might end up shooting you. So you like that idea?
Well, kind of keep reading.
Don't worry, it's just a squirt gun.
Yeah, I like that idea. Squirt guns.
The government there opened the floodgates to visitors to keep the country from going broke, but since then it's turned apartments into Airbnbs, leaving a lot of Spaniards without affordable housing. Same for Venice and Lisbon, and the squirt guns are purely meant to be rude to tourists. Get out.
Well, at least they're not using real bullets.
I kind of like that idea too.
Yeah,
That's innocent, but yet. How would you feel if you were if then got squirted in the face with a squirt gun?
I would probably do a little research and find out places to go that people like tourists.
How about a restaurant where you want the, a patron to come?
Yeah, I hope they like tourists in Scotland because that's
well, I do too, Dan.
Yeah,
if you get squirted, let us know.
Yeah, well, I'll let you know.
Just saying.
Have you heard about this walking trend?
No.
Japan's walking trend actually works, it says.
Okay.
If you're confused about the viral Japanese walking trend, just imagine that someone with no stamina is trying to catch you. This whole trend, it's on TikTok.
Okay,
this trend is
I haven't
on
looked
TikTok,
at TikTok. So.
As an easy way to drop pounds, but there's actually new science behind interval walking slowly for 30 seconds. Then as quickly as you can, do another 30 seconds. Do that for 10 times over the course of a half an hour. Researchers say it led to more leg muscle growth and heart health compared to regular walking. So
interval training has always been a thing.
Yeah.
It's the same concept, I guess, just with walking, but I see the advantage of that. Get your heart rate up and then let it come down. Get your heart rate up. Yeah.
Get your heart rate up and then rest.
Right. For 30 seconds. For 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So AI is now, the more information I guess you put into it, it's thinking more like a human, which is weird, but good in a way.
It gets closer. And I have used several AI sites, and some are better than others.
What's the best one you've encountered? Or can you say on here?
It depends.
On what you're looking for.
ChatGPT does better visual things. If you explain what you want visually, they work better. There's one, oh gosh, I just forgot the name of it now. I can't think of it. But another one is better for writing like like a novel or something like that. There's another one that's better than that. I can't think of it now. Kelly uses it, and she would, if she's listening, she would know.
Well, you can text me, Kelly, if you want to. But now they're saying that AI is becoming more advanced and has actually learned to think like a human. Researchers in China have found that ChatGPT processes information the same as our own brains do, at least when it comes to solving puzzles, employing the same memory methods we subconsciously use. That's good news for anyone who's worried about a robot revolution, since it's proof that they still can't outsmart us.
Right.
The bad news is scientists now know what to fix to make them even smarter. They're going to be, as long as nobody uses them for nefarious reasons.
They're going to.
They will.
You're going
to have to be discerning about that.
You're always going to have somebody that wants to go to the dark side of
ruin it all.
The right way of doing things. And they want to let's make profit for me. It's all about me. I want to do this, and I'm going to use AI to be nefarious.
They're not doing all that for the goodness of their heart. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Let's try to better the world. No.
Yeah.
Some may.
All right.
So
time for a break.
it is?
I am exhausted.
Oh, I'm so tired of you. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys. Just a few more minutes in our show, and we're going to wrap it up when we come back. So stick around, stay with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Around the Table with Ann and Dan.
Whoa. Thanks. That one day you put me on a pedestal for a second.
You get off the pedestal now.
I know. Knock me off all the time. Talk about knocked off. Well, a tourist from Boston fell off a cliff while trying to get a closer look at an erupting volcano in Hawaii.
Oh, gosh.
But he fell.
He was wanting a closer
but
look.
Miraculously survived. Rescue crews were on a scene to help the 30-year-old man whose fall was broken by a tree branch. What are you looking at? Oh.
We've got people. I feel like a zoo specimen.
I'll tell you in a minute what that's about. Officials say the branch stopped him from falling 100 feet to, let's face it. Yeah, let's face it, he was going to probably die.
Yeah.
He walked away with only minor facial injuries and presumably the need for more underwear. I'm sure he did.
That's funny.
That was Bob Phelan in the window. I don't know that y'all saw him, but that's where our distraction was. Okay. There you go.
All right.
Okay. What, Dan? You got another one?
I had a couple here.
Oh, he's so
I'm
full of himself. Yeah, well, okay. Gen Z is killing the bar tab, and bartenders aren't happy about it. We're going to go with that.
Okay.
The part of Gen Z that's actually old enough to drink is also doing away with the bar tab, and bartenders aren't thrilled about it. Young drinkers say they prefer to close out the bill and pay after every drink, no matter how many times they might have to do that. They say they don't want to leave a credit card at the bar over commitment issues and are used to one-and-done transactions like a coffee shop. Bartenders say it wastes their time and the bar gets charged more in transaction fees.
Oh.
So, I guess kudos to the Gen Z that are costing the bartenders more. I thought maybe it would be because they don't buy as many drinks. Maybe if they're paying it by the drink, but I guess that's not the deal.
Yeah.
Okay, Dan.
We have studies on everything.
Oh,
There's a study about everything. Well, they've got a new study. It says why we look the other way when a crime is being committed.
Oh, what?
Have you ever seen something happen and you just don't know how to react? So you just kind of deer in the headlights.
Sure.
Well, nobody wants to watch something bad happen, but when it does, a new study published in the Journal of Experimental Social Psychology explains why some of us look the other way. In 3 studies with over 740 people, researchers found that when we ignore someone in peril, we're not being selfish. We're merely using psychological strategies to avoid the mental anguish over deciding whether to act or not. It turns out just knowing about injustice stresses our brains.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I would think so. You know that's going on. How do you process that?
I think that's why we it's not a daily occurrence for us. It's not a muscle memory.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a mental thing that we deal with every day.
Right.
Whereas policemen do, emergency medical people do. They're waiting for it. They know how to jump in and respond. But the normal person, when they see something happen, they say, this is not happening.
Exactly. You excuse it away.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's why you can't blame people for that. It's because it's a mental shock to their system. I would.
Or you're in disbelief. Is that really happening?
Yeah, I
you
think
question whether that's really what's going on. And I wonder about. They say there's certain signs of someone who may be a sex trafficker or child trafficker or whatever, and I have to wonder, would I recognize that? Now, would I react with that? I hope I would. I've never been in that situation to know. I hope I would if I suspected that. But then you question, well, am I accusing them of the wrong thing? Am I accusing the wrong person? There's so many factors in it. You don't want to falsely accuse someone of that.
You don't want to look stupid in public.
No, you don't. Yeah. So there's lots of things that probably play into
that. We second guess ourselves a lot of times.
All the time.
And, we do have a gut reaction. We do have an intuition.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, probably 80-90% of that time, we should probably act.
We probably should.
And if you look stupid and you're wrong, then so be it.
Well, you got to be able to step on that limb, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
So a 29-year-old Portland man was diagnosed with a syndrome in his neck that can cause paralysis. So you know what he did?
I've got that in my neck.
He quit his job as manager of a tire company cashed in his 401k
Okay.
and bought a boat.
Okay.
Sounds reasonable. Now he and his cat Phoenix are sailing from Oregon to Hawaii.
Oh.
And he's gone viral while they're out at sea together. He's not an experienced sailor either.
Oh,
so
my
We'll
gosh.
see how that turns out. He says he learned how to sail from YouTube.
Yeah.
You can learn anything on
Hey,
YouTube.
I could
just
probably
about.
learn brain surgery if I had the right YouTube video and
here-
the right tools.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
here he is living his life, and he's saying everything I've done, everything I've done, he thought was impossible for him to do, but yet he did it. So
My
kudos
question
to
is,
him.
how's your neck?
I mean, we kind of lost the neck. I guess I don't know. You know, did all this help the neck? I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know either, man.
Today is Garbage Man Day. It is Garbage Day at my office, and
Is it?
So, on average, an infant will fill about 8,000 disposable diapers by the time they're potty trained.
Oh, goody.
Also, plastic doesn't take the longest to decompose. Glass does. It takes over 1 million years for glass to fully break down in a landfill.
Oh,
unless
really?
you recycle it, but they don't recycle glass here.
They don't?
No, they don't. They don't allow you to put glass in the recycle bin.
I did not know that.
No.
Can you take it? Oh, really?
I don't know. I don't know how you do that. I mean, we always put it in the trash. I don't like doing it that way, but
I don't like glass to be in my trash because I'm afraid somebody's going to get cut.
right.
Huh.
National Mascot Day.
What's your favorite mascot?
I don't know.
Me either.
I don't have a mascot.
If you've got one, we'd welcome you to chime in on our Facebook page.
Yeah, well, there's several. There's a Sourdough Sam. There's a Philly Fanatic. There's Ronald McDonald. There's a sports mascots. So pick one.
Yeah. National Eat Your Vegetables Day.
I like
Every day is
vegetables,
Eat Your
yes,
Vegetables
yes.
Day in my book. An anniversary of OJ's slow
Slow
speed
speed
chase that we still talk about to this day. Oh, okay, we'll be back tomorrow with some representatives from Stone Bank here.
Ooh.
Stone
Big
Bank
show
Boulder
tomorrow.
Bakery, Boulder Banking.
All right.
We'll find out all the info from them tomorrow.
Have a great day, everybody. See you tomorrow.